everyone, so take what resonates. If this does not resonate for you, scroll along, not my concern. But I'm picking up this energy that someone wanted vengeance on you. They tried to sick some demons or their dogs, some hellhounds. I just heard they're flying rats. I just heard it was weak sauce. But little did they know that you've been to hell. You've walked through hell and you've come back and you fed these dogs while you were down there. You had drinks, you had meals, you shared bunk space with some of these demons. You're revered. Again, take what resonates. You're revered in the underworld, by the shadow side. It's not what everyone thinks. It's not what everyone thinks. Much like in any prison, not everyone fully deserves to be where they're at. I'm hearing falsely accused, misaccusations. People may have judged you. They certainly misjudged their own abilities, or the strength of their magic. I just heard it wasn't shit for you. These dogs walked up and licked your face, and whoever sent them thought they were a badass. They're a punk ass, is what I just heard. I just heard, vengeance is mine, saith the Lord. These guardians guard you. You've been to hell and back. You have made friends with your shadow side, with your demons. You have also gained favor in many realms simply because you are a kind soul and you help beings in need in high and low places. You can walk into any room or any realm and make friends. Feel at home. You've done it all. You've been doing this. You've done this 1,000 times.
Crazies, man. Y'all back in the lab. Lee here. Y'all saw that title too as well, man. We are doing a trip report with a message. That is right, a trip report with a message. Now, in the beginning of this video, before it all started, you saw this lady give a tarot reading. It is basically a tarot reading about me, about what have I done, what's going on, everything else. And that one was probably about a month ago, maybe a little less than a month. But that reading right there, actually it was like on the 10th or 11th of this month, because it was like the 3-month anniversary. But that reading resonated so much for me, meant so true to me, and rang for me so well. And it was actually an easy way for me to give you an idea of what I've been doing and what I've done in years and eons, but what I'm doing now in this life. And it just shows you that no matter what kind of energies come your way that get sent to you, you're so much more powerful than that. Like she said, they sent dogs after me. And you know what those dogs did? They licked my face and I fed them. I slept with these demons. I slept with the bunks with these. I made friends with these people. That's why I got steps in high and low places. But it'll make sense to you here in a minute. Now, the trip report about this was basically last weekend there was just so much that I wanted to let go. Now, I'm about to be 42 years old on Saturday. And I just, I've been letting go of all this old shit, all this. And it was just time to let go. It's time to let go of the old shit, move into the new. And so me, as I do, me, I drop down to tabs, and these tabs are about 200 UGs each, so do 400. And I have to admit, it was wonderful. I watched watched Super Mario Brothers, fucking amazing movie. This new Super Mario Brothers movie, fucking amazing, just amazing. No agendas, I guess that's the part of me, Liz. I forget about all this bullshit agendas and all this stupid distractions to make you believe, to stop you from going further for where you are. But, this new Super Mario Brothers, fucking wonderful. They did it to a T. So many great Easter eggs, but the powers and stuff and understanding everything, and you know, the yin and it was just amazing how in the grow, yet alone, you know, Mario Brothers is kind of the story, if you want to put it as the Stone Ape Theory story. You know, mushrooms make you grow, the flowers or locust flowers make, you know, make you stronger, your abilities, the star, you know, either way, you know, all of that. It was just a wonderful movie. Then Dungeons and Dragons, fucking wonderful. You know, I think for anybody who does psychedelics and they want to chill and watch movies, and that's how I want to start teaching, you know, besides Doctor Strange and the psychedelic realm, Doctor Strange is a great DMT world trip. Great for an LSD trip too, and any kind of psychedelics, but that really does show you DMT on the level. But Dungeons and Dragons, everything and above, you played in every level. You get to play with the forces. It was, you know, every element that you can imagine. It was just wonderful, 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 wonderful. And there was a part where everything opened up, and I've been seeing this a lot lately in my last couple trips, and it's basically the curtain going away. You know, it is the curtain going away. I see the show, I see the actors, I see them all on there. And, you know, my last trip like 2 weeks ago, I had this instance basically where I let go from the Matrix, or, you know, how Noah pops out and, you know, and clicks, and, you know, it's been so wonderful. It's like my spaceship is there. And to put it on top of that, as I'm watching these movies, because I think I watched Ghostbusters, other than that too, next to, and, you know, going through these movies, you know, before I was able to taste colors, you know, be able to taste colors, see sound. And now I can do it all, but yet taste the fruits in there, taste the mills, the candies, it was one of those, now I am eating with the universe, with the galactic. And it was amazing, because Ghostbusters, it was so funny. It was like, I had like a strawberry shake, which was so cool, because I could actually feel the shake going down my throat. You know, I was tasting it, and it was wonderful. It was, you know, nothing felt evil with anything about it. It was all love, and then popcorn. I could smell popcorn, and there was a scene in there where they're eating popcorn, but it was like I could smell the popcorn. It was so fucking amazing, and then the marshmallows, all, but the senses, my sight. It's like, now I got the second sight. I got my second senses. I got the hearing, and it's crazy. But the real gist of this trip was the fact that when I was up in my spaceship, and I believe that I am continuously now walking this plane, you know, in the Matrix, out the Matrix, but I'm flying my spaceship. I'm actually in control of my avatar now. You know, if that resonates, because, you know, yes, we might feel like we are in control of our avatars, which, yes, consciously we are, but subconsciously, are we not? I mean, we just move in the rhythm, you know, and, you know, it's steps that we see, we move, we see, we move, we do, and it's crazy, because now it's like that. But I'm sitting in there, and, you know, I always do 2 days. The second day, you know, I doubled down, and, or I should say quadruple down. I doubled down, and actually I think I don't remember I took, but I took it off. And it was like, I'm in the seat, I'm sitting on my own couch in my spaceship or in my chair. It was like a new car smell. I don't know how to explain it, but a new car smell. It was a new car smell. It's like, that's all I can smell, was like a new car, like new fresh, new everything. It was weird. I don't know how to, you know, this part is like, you know, you got to die to know how to live. You know, if that resonates, you know, you gotta kill your ego. You gotta have, you know, you gotta die a little bit. You gotta forget about the nonsense, free your mind to live, if that makes sense. But it was like, God, I'm in my new spaceship. They've refurnished it. They've, you know, I can smell it. And, oh, you know, then watch, you know, I watched Super Mario Brothers again, because in me, I want to understand the story, what they're trying to tell, how they're doing it, and what is going on, and things like that. And it was just amazing, because the senses of everything was turned on. But then I kicked into the music videos, and my girl will understand this one, but if you've ever heard of Lindsey Sterling, She's a wonderful violinist, as you see right here. You might heard a few of her songs, but she did do a cameo with John Legend, All of Me with violin with it. But she is awesome. She's wonderful, and wonderful magician, I should call her. And it was called The Underground, and it's funny. She's like cutting the wires. It was like cutting wires to this system, to this ground, and it was funny because in my head, her last cut in the wire was like a cut in my, like cutting the eyes or cutting the veil off of my eye or something. It felt so weird. I cannot lie to you. For a moment, it was like it was so weird. I was like, oh, I'm blind. I'm blind for the rest of my life. I'm never going to be. Every person in like has had one of these moments. Like, oh, this is it. I'm fucked. We've all had one of those moments. And like I said, I am an expert at this, a professional at this stuff, as I want to think I am, because she always teaches you. But I'm not a master. You're never a master at anything. But we all go through it. I don't give a fuck who you are out there. We all have one of those moments like, zip. It's all done. It's not never going to be the same. But it was like she cut the veils off and everything cleared. The smoke went away. The veil went away. Everything went away. And then that's when I met the source. I would call it God. I'd call it source. And I would say the source because in my belief now, what I was just taught was, and if you saw my latest video talking about Take Back Your Power, talking about your chakras from your root core to up, and I was told, and I got the book about chakras too, but it was telling me that yes, there's a God. That's the source. Jesus is real. The devil is real, but the devil is a part of you that doesn't want you to grow up or exceed. And that's what lives in your lower chakra. And when you raise up into the 144,000, which is God mode, the high chakra, your brain mode, that's the peace of love. And that's what, and I had a question. It's like, why the cord? Why do I feel so loose? Like, I feel like my head's not attached. I don't know when they played it, And I had to say, she said, it's because you have now opened the gate to the heavens and earth. And earth, as we can call, I guess, hell is such a stupid word. But the heavens to the earths, everything lives on earth. Every presence of energy lives here, negative energy, put it that way. So it was, you've now connected the heavens and hells, or earth and hells, the bottoms and ups, your chakras. God can travel as yourself too, as God. You get that, God yourself and God can now travel back and forth without being halted, without being distracted, or whatever you want to call it, without obstacles, now has a vein root. And I understood it so much. And then it was like this warm feeling I guess I can't explain. And it's this feeling of purpose. I've always had purpose, but it was like that blessing, like the source blessed me, put the hand, I can't explain it. I really can't explain it, but it was, I guess, like it was kind of like that hug from your loved one, you've missed so long, they've hugged, so it's kind of like that warmest feeling, just when it just was that. And it was so amazing. And I understood it all. I understood it all. And then on top of that, I understood the part that we have to stop thinking that our lives are going to end when something bad happens. I was thinking about this in the shower while I was doing this video. And I was thinking about, as we grow up and, starting as kids and growing up, we think the world's going to end when we don't get our toy, we don't get what we want, we get grounded, whooped, we get, rejected from the girl or whatever, whatever it is. It's really not the end of the world. I want to die. Don't you? You haven't even lived yet. And then we get into, our 18s, 20s to our 30s, and you think, shit going on, man, get married or divorced, you have a kid, life situations itself. And whatever, and it's not bad. It's like, I hate it. I don't want to do this no more. Take it. Why? And you still haven't lived yet. You've just experienced 30 plus years so far. And for me, myself, and I can probably speak for myself and a little bit of y'all, I'm about to be 42 years old. This year, 2000, technically 2000, before mom got sick, but this year, 2023, has been one of those years that has been one of those new phases of life. I'm starting to live life now. I've experienced so much, even the passing of a loved one, my mother to be precise. I think that's one thing a lot of people, if you have experience, would understand what I'm saying. You don't understand a loss of a mother or a father unless you've had that loss and how deep that connection is. Regardless, it's there. But as me as a psychedelic, shaman, those helped me understand death, understand life and death, and understand that you have to die to really live. And it also made me understand that why in society are we so worried about death? We're so worried about dying and not having enough and not being able to do this and that. But we haven't stopped to take the time to live. We're so worried about everything else, including death. You put it all in there. Everything besides living. Living for you, living with your child, your family, your love. Everything but living. You know what I mean? And that's where we need to get back to society. Because back in the old days, they weren't afraid of death. They understood this life. In a sense, we are both living and dead. The living dead, if you want to put it that way. You'll understand, you know what I get, a living essence, you know what I mean. And when we leave this essence of time, when we die, we wake up and we journey again. Ain't that eternal? Ain't that what we want? Eternal life is not what it sounds like, but it does sound like. You don't live this experience, the same person, the same life over and over again. Subconsciously, your light does, but no. You go somewhere else and you experience and you learn and you enjoy what you're learning, regardless of the ups and downs, because you got to have it to learn. And that's what these trip reports, and I must tell you, it has. And then with me with this, you see the new Jesus piece. Yeah. My faith is renewed, but it's not renewed in religion. It's renewed in spirituality, because God, other than Him, God, He lives within us and He lives out there. She lives out there. He lives. The source is both. It's all of us, each and every one of us. I do believe in a God, but I also believe in me, because I am also a God, because God made me like He made you, and He made each and every one of us. We're all here on this place for a purpose. And that's my message for you. Don't be scared to jump down rabbit holes. Don't be scared of looking at yourself in the mirror, but don't be scared of taking that leap. Because guess what? The difference between your dream reality, or reality of your dreams, of everything you wanted, and reality that we live in now, is thinner than a plate of glass. I love each and every one of you. Y'all keep your mind open, because those eyes will see everything in front of you. Enjoy the summer, ladies and gentlemen.
Gave us something we never thought we could have.
And what is that?
Another chance.
I think I heard a shot. think I heard a shot.